And here he comes. Okay, let's go.
Finish it.
That's rage. Oh,
There it is. Good block.
The block.
Good block. Good block.
the break in the throat.
Oh, yes. Yes. SuperAkouma advances into top 8 winner side.
At Evo 2022. Look at the pop up.
Or even the standing two with punish. Needs to be very careful.
Hey, that could be it! This could be it for SuperAkouma with the right combo. Wall splat, is it going to be
That's
dead?
gonna be it.
SuperAkouma is going to be your European Tekken Cup champion!
Hello and welcome everyone. I hope you can hear me okay and audio is all good. Let me know how it is. Welcome back to Tekken Pro Interview. This is a series I'm doing where I just interview some Tekken pros in the scene who have had a big impact in the FGC Tekken scene in the past number of years. And today is our second one. Last week we were joined by Fergus. This week we are joined by the V1 and only SuperAkouma from France. How are you doing, SuperAkouma? Hello.
Doing good, doing good.
Good
How
to
have you
hear.
been?
Thank you very much for joining us today. We are going to be asking you some questions about your career, Tekken related questions, and like just
Get on with
everything.
it. Ask me
Okay.
the questions. Let's go.
well. First of
Ready.
all, introduce yourself. Who are you? Where are you from?
Alright, so I'm SuperAkouma from France. From Marseille more specifically. I'm a tournament player, content creator, commentator, hitbox seller extraordinaire.
You sold me a hitbox.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I
He is
do.
a hitbox seller. That's true.
So yeah, that's what I do. I sell hitboxes and then I do back free with Lee.
Yeah, I can attest to that. You've hit me with that many times. So
It's
we'll
good.
we'll go straight into it. So SuperAkouma, if you guys at home didn't know, is a multiple TWT finalist. He's qualified for I think 3 times in a row, 3 years in a row, maybe 4 or 3. I think.
I had 3 in a row.
And
Then I didn't qualify, and then I qualified again. So I got
Yes.
4, but 3 were in a row.
3 in a row, 4-time TWT finalist, San Francisco.
Basically, think about it like this: the one time they changed the rules, I didn't qualify. Every time the rules were normal rules, I
Oh, the
qualified.
normal rules. Okay.
The only time they did the rules that everyone hated, I didn't qualify.
Okay.
Despite being number 1 in the world in points.
That was the
But hey,
the regional final ones with the
yeah,
Yeah,
literally number 1 in the world didn't qualify.
I remember.
Great system.
But yeah, so you didn't know SuperAkouma, multiple TWT finalists 4 times, 3 times in a row, and then last year as well. Has won many tournaments, European Tekken Championship, basically everything in Europe. Made his mark, one of the best players to represent Europe in Tekken 7, and making his mark in Tekken 8 now as well. Let's start off with your beginning. So SuperAkouma, when did you start fighting games? When did you realize, oh, I'm good at this, or I want to pursue this?
Well, fighting games, I guess. I've been playing fighting games since I was a kid. You know, Tekken 3 when I was like 5, 6. I got it on the PS1. I gave it pretty much everyone. I played every Tekken except like Tag 1, but you know, just casually. Then I was doing a lot of COD, you know, because I was a edgy teenager, right? Modern Warfare to COD like 5. But at that moment when I was about to transition to Tekken, it was Modern Warfare 2. But I started playing like on Modern Warfare 1. But I was like, okay, like there was teams scouting me and stuff, but I don't think I was that good, just a small team. But the thing is, I found out my friend that I was playing COD with, he liked Tekken as well.
Ooh.
And we were both asked, right? But like, hey, you like the game I like that no one else plays. Let's pick it back up. So like we start playing and it's pretty even and we're just mashing buttons.
So which Tekken was this?
That was Tekken 6.
6.
And the thing is, I kept practicing Tekken because I was like, yeah, this is really fun. And I found like the main man's channel, like everyone else back in the day. And I was like doing combos. I couldn't play online at the time, so I was just practicing stuff, learning basic things. Like I didn't really know frames or punishment yet, but I was learning. okay, if he does this up forward 4-4-4 with Kazuya, I can duck and punish, right? You don't need to know frames to understand that much.
Yeah.
So I was practicing Tekken, and he kept on practicing COD. And then eventually, he got mad because he couldn't win at either, despite the fact I was only practicing one of them. Like, I wasn't practicing COD anymore, but he couldn't beat me in 1v1s. And he couldn't beat me in Tekken anymore because I actually tried.
Damn.
And so he stopped coming over to my place because he just got mad because he couldn't win at anything. But I kept up with it anyway. And Tag 2 was about to come out because I played Tekken 6 when it came out, but I dropped it. And that was like towards the end of it, right? Then Tag 2 is about to come out. I'm like, sick. That looks like Tekken 6, but there's 2 characters. Amazing. Right? Because we were playing like multiples. I didn't really have a main. We played like Team Battle back in the day. They bring back Team Battle.
Bring back Team Battle, 100%.
And yeah, so Tag 2 comes out. I'm like, okay, I'm actually going to learn the game. I could play online at that point. I got whooped. Right? I realized, I'm not good at this. I can beat my friend, but I'm not good at this.
So was that Tag 2 released then? You played?
Yeah, Tag 2 on release. And then I see like a flyer, like an actual flyer for a Tekken tournament. It said multi-game, Soul Calibur, Guilty Gear, Tekken. I go to the cyber cafe. All right. No Tekken.
No Tekken.
No Tekken. But there's other games. So I entered the other games because like I was also playing fighting games casually, just like Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, everything. Bad at everything, but like I liked it. Right? And yeah, so I talked to the guy. I said, "Wasn't there supposed to be Tekken?" He said, "There hasn't been Tekken at this event for like a year."
Damn.
But I can call the guys for you. And the thing is, Tag 2, there wasn't a lot of new players. So when they got called over saying there's a guy here that wants to play Tekken, they rushed towards the venue.
Damn.
And that's where I met Daitin for the first time.
Right, Daitin Jin, right?
Yeah, Daitin Jin. Like, people probably don't know him these days. Snake, I don't know if you know Snake. That's old. You might not know Snake.
I don't.
Like, it's like old, like Nemo old. Do you know
That's
Nemo?
old. I know Nemo.
Yeah, that's old stuff. So yeah, they picked me up. They said there's a session this weekend. Just come, just join us at the KFC, whatever. We'll come pick you up. And there was 3 other newcomers that day. And I'll go and meet the Marseille community, which was huge. It was one of the biggest communities out there in Europe to play Tekken. It was one of the best, the best people I could have found, pretty much. And like, there's the guy that likes to bully the newcomers. 5-0's the 3 other guys, and I 5-0'd him.
Damn, what? This is your first time playing him as well?
Yeah, first time playing him, first time meeting people, playing offline. And
what
and he
were
was
you
like,
playing on? An Xbox controller or?
No, I was on the Hitbox already.
Oh, what? Already?
So basically, because I was playing fighting games casually,
right?
Like Marvel, stuff like that. I was like, I'm gonna get a stick, and I got a stick, and it was terrible. Like, it was a like a knockoff sound. Like, it's generally just a bad stick. Back in the day when like even Mad Cats were like not quite the name they were. Like, it's old stuff. But when Tag 2 came out, I played the first 3 months of it because it came out like September or something. I played the first 3 months of it on pad because I could play 2D games on stick. I couldn't play Tekken on stick. And for Christmas, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get myself a proper stick. And that's when Hitbox started making videos, like the first few tutorials where they were advertising the first Hitboxes, right? And I got like the second ever iteration of the Hitbox. And
that's what you
I got that for
the guy.
Yeah, I got that for Christmas, and I met them like 3 months later, I think.
Nice.
5-0'd the guy. Was like, wow, like he was very impressed. Like he was bullying newcomers in the sense like he was beating him up. But Nemo is like, I owe so much to this guy. He's so nice, and there's I don't have the words to express how much he's done for me. But yeah, impressed. And like from that session of actually meeting people, touching some grass, and playing games together, I was hooked.
Yeah,
I was like, this is different. This, like, the community changes everything.
Offline does that to you for sure.
Yeah, and it's like, it was so sick. And we did like a Tekken Crash also, like just because there was like 20 of us, right? 2 teams of 10, first to 1, like Tekken Crash used to be.
Sick.
Right.
Right.
And ever since I've been playing.
Yeah. So basically, Tekken Tag 2 release was when you started coming offline.
Yeah, that's when I got to the FGC, because I didn't even know people online, right? Like I said, I just watched the main man on YouTube, and that's about it. I didn't know about the community. I didn't watch streams on Justin TV.
Right. Not
like
much.
I didn't do anything. I didn't keep up. I didn't know. I didn't know people who competed. I didn't know JDCR. I just like
so
the main
what
man
was
does
your
combos.
what and when was your first international tournament then, when you traveled even outside of Marseille?
I think about a year in, I started traveling to stuff in France, and like a bit less than 2 years later, I went to London for the first time. I think that was the Heart Container, the TNT Slugfest.
Right.
Some people know it.
That must have been like 2014 or something then. Around that.
Something like that. Yeah. 2013, 2014, something like that.
So did you know more people in the scene by then, like the UK players, or you just traveled?
I didn't know him. No, just like, because Dayton knew him, and I just followed Dayton. I was like 17. I was like 16, 17. I didn't know shit. I just followed the guy who knew the people.
Okay.
Like, we slept on the floor of the arcade.
Oh wow. Oh, in
like,
Marseille or?
No, in London.
In London. Okay.
Like the arcade, we just agreed with the owner because we couldn't afford a hotel. Because people these days are like, oh, I can't. If I don't get a bed to myself, I'm not going to travel to the event.
Right, yeah.
I don't want to sleep in a hostel. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
We slept on the floor in the venue.
Damn.
That was tag 2.
And
genuinely, that's not the only time that happened. But yeah, I went there, and obviously, you know, I can speak English, as you can hear. And I remember Bubsy tells this story a lot the first time he met me, because I was speaking English to everyone. He just assumed I was from London and I was a new player. And then he sees me speaking to either Dayton or Fireblade was there as well, right? And he sees me speaking French. What's going on? Who is this guy?
It's a double agent. Whoa.
Yeah, double agent. And that was my first international, and it was great meeting new people from because I got to meet a lot of French people, but like we knew each other from like forums, and some of them traveled to Marseille occasionally. Yeah, first time actually like foreign country.
It's good when you meet people's faces for the first time, that you've seen their usernames and stuff. How did you do in that tournament? Actually, do you remember?
I lost to Ru Kang relatively badly.
Okay.
And then I lost to fucking Dayton. Every time I traveled to Dayton, and I lost to Dayton everywhere. I did like top 16 or something, I think.
Cool.
I didn't do too bad.
Nice, interesting. So London was basically your first international tournament outside of France, and lost to Dayton and Rukang. You still remember it? When did so as the years went on, you traveled more and more, I'm guessing, around Europe for Tag 2. When did you start sort of, do you think, start to take this like really, really seriously, or when you started winning tournaments in Tag 2? Was there a point, or
even when I won my first tournament in Tag 2, I wasn't taking it seriously like I am today. Like I just, the first time I ever won the local, it was surreal to me. It finally happened, but I wasn't thinking anything of it. I was just because Tag 2 was a pretty dead game, right?
Yeah.
Like, we had a very active community, but everything was very closed off. There was no Tekken World Tour. Like, we knew like, it was still a hobby because it couldn't be anything else. Professional esports for fighting games, or even Street Fighter 4 wasn't that huge, right?
Only now,
and it was huge,
really big, I think.
Yeah. So I wasn't really thinking anything of it. I realized I was actually good, because I started winning stuff or like topping events. And I was like, yeah, I'm good, but like this is just my hobby. I'm good at fighting games. I still got to figure out what I want to do in life and go to school, where I was like skipping to play Tekken.
Damn.
I remember there was a questionnaire one day.
Yeah,
I remember this vividly, because it was like, it asked you how much time do you spend in front of screens on the average week. And then I was like, all right, so Monday I finish at this, and I go to bed at this, so that's like 5 hours. Then next day, then I was like, okay, it's only a half day there, so I played like 10 hours. And then I was like, okay, so like 50, 60 hours a week I was
No.
playing Tekken.
It's twice as much as a work week, basically.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's how much I play. And I realized, oh yeah, maybe I play this a lot.
Damn. But I feel
But
like
I wasn't
nowadays
really
people would
thinking
have
anything.
even higher, to be fair, especially the pros. They're literally on the game like 10 hours a day.
Depends which pros.
And it
There are
depends which
pros.
pro. True.
Like the thing is, once you've already put in the work, you don't need to play as much. You still need to play. Like once you've got past the hill of actually understanding what the game's about, like it's more keeping the rhythm, studying stuff. Like at the point I'm at, and like a lot of the pros are at, quality play trumps play time.
Right.
If you play 2 hours a day and it's good matches, it'll be much better than if you play 10 hours and just wasted it in playing weird opponents on a bad connection. Right?
For sure. Wise words from SuperAkouma there. Make sure to follow us. Do you remember
when I take this seriously?
Oh yeah.
So that's Tekken 7.
Oh.
So Dayton got offered a sponsor, and he was like, "This is the Tekken World Tour. There's finally esports in our game. I'm a top player. I think I don't want to give them 20% of my winnings, which was the contract at the time. No longer right now, but whatever." And it was like, he's like, if I do well at this tournament, because it was the first Tekken World Tour event we were going to attend, he's like, I can get a better sponsor. And they asked, who should we get? And that's Crazy Esports, right?
Right.
The people I'm still with to this day. And they said, who should we get then? And he said, get Akuma. And I was like,
Dayton recommended you, right?
Yeah, Dayton recommended me. And the thing is, I was like, I'm not as good as Dayton, which was the consensus at the time. Clearly that didn't stay true very long, but that's beside the point. And he said, and I thought to myself, I can't afford to go to this event if they don't send me. I don't care about giving them 20% of, what was it, $2,000, I think at the time, or 5 if you won. It's like, giving them 20% of $5,000 is better than winning 0 because I didn't go.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll take it, right? And I took the offer, went to my first event, got grand finals against JDCR, which was considered winning the tournament back in the day.
Where was this?
Munich.
Munich, okay.
Dreamalition Derby 4.
Damn.
I went to losers relatively early, I think against Kuiper. And then I just went all the way back to grand finals. That's when one of the first EXDP that broke someone's mind happened. If you look back at the clip, there's a video called White Punko, because I took my shirt off because I was so hyped. Right? And it was the meanest EXDP I did to Mihawk. Because he did the wrong combo with Dragunov. Because he was playing better than me. I just listen, I was playing Akuma. I didn't know what I was doing. He didn't know what I was doing. I was on 1 pixel and he was on 30%. Final round. He gets me the wall, does the wrong combo, and it's a combo where I can tech. And he tries to do running 2 for pressure, gets EXDP'd to hell. Disgusting.
Wow.
And yeah. And the streak started there.
So when Tekken 7 released, obviously in Tekken Tag 2 you were playing Lee and Armor King, right?
Yeah.
And then Tekken 7 release, you just went straight to Akuma?
I saw the trailer, I was like, that's my character.
Damn, okay. And were you so I know
I didn't care he was broken. I saw the trailer, I was like, even if he's bad, I'll play him.
I know a lot of the Tag 2 players, when Tekken 7 came out, obviously it released in Japan first or Asia first. Were you also like watching Green Arcade every day like the other players, or were you just like waiting for it to come out? Okay.
A little bit. I went to Japan on holiday and I played the vanilla version.
Okay. Was Akuma in that? I don't think he was.
No, not yet. No.
You
Akuma was like the first FR update.
Yeah.
First Fated Retribution.
Cool.
So yeah, but when the thing is, still not taking it seriously, right? So at the same time I was in school, I got a diploma. Then I went to the next diploma, and the first year I was like, this is actually hard. My last diploma, I could skip school every day and still get it. Then next diploma, I fuck up. I was like, okay, I'm really gonna study this year, but the year I said I'm really gonna study is the year the Tekken World Tour started.
Okay.
And then
Didn't really
I
work
miss.
out.
I only have 2 days a week to go to school. Right. First day. No. So yeah, it's Thursday, Friday. So if I go to an event, I miss 1 day, but 1 day of class is 50% of my classes. Right. I miss 1 day because I go to a tournament. Then I miss another day because I go to a tournament. And I'm like, I'm sponsored and like I'm doing well. I can't not go. But I was like, I can still make it up. I can still study. And the problem is that I qualified for the Tekken World Tour in San Francisco, which was going to make me miss a lot of school.
Yeah.
And I got invited to an invitational tournament in Korea the next week.
Oh.
So I wasn't going to go back home. And I had to make a decision. Do I go or do I just stop going to school? Like I just drop out. And I had to make that decision and I just dropped out.
It's not
I can't not do this. I can go back to school. I can't do this again.
Yeah.
Turns out I qualified another 4 times, but I didn't know that at the time.
That's not an easy decision to make for sure as well.
And that's when I took it seriously.
Yeah.
When I qualified for the World Finals, that's when everything changed.
But that's not a message to anyone at home. Please stay in school.
Stay in school, no. Unless you qualify for Tekken World Tour, don't even consider it. If you are among the world's best players
Top
on
20,
the global
right?
leaderboard,
Or top 15.
yeah, then stay in school.
Please do.
Don't do drugs. Stay in school.
Yeah.
Don't follow what I've been doing.
Speaking from experience.
Speaking from experience.
So like we've been talking about, you that's when you started taking it seriously, when you qualified for San Francisco, and you've qualified 3 times other than that as well. So there was Amsterdam, Thailand, and then last year
New Orleans.
Yes. What is so a lot of, like, I'd say 99.9999% of Tekken players don't know what it's like to qualify for TWT finals. So what's that process like? So they contact you, you get your bookings, everything, you travel there to just photo shoots.
They take care of everything. Like, you're qualified because like you look at the leaderboard every 5 seconds every day. Then you just get a message on Discord or an email.
Right.
Like, someone finds a way to contact you.
And like
then
getting there.
Yeah,
is it like full 5-star VIP treatment? Like they collect you from the airport, or do you just make your own way? Like
they collect you for at the airport.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's VIP treatment. I've had more VIP than that in terms of experience, but it is the VIP treatment. Yeah, they come pick you up, they bring you to a hotel. Usually it's a pretty nice hotel. And there's days where you have to do the photo shoots, which is always fun. Photo shoots and small interviews that they don't play most of the time.
Okay. There's a recommend to qualify for TWT finals.
It's fun, yeah.
It is. It's
a lot of pressure, but it's fun.
So you did pretty well, obviously, to qualify for all those TWT finals. Which has been so qualifying for that, and we talked a little bit about this last week with Fergus, is it can get really stressful at times, right? When you're trying to get points and you're secretly rooting for your friends to lose so they don't overtake you and stuff.
Traumatizingly painful.
Was there any sort of experience or situation you remember where you just weren't having a good time? Well, that's probably all.
There was. I know what you're on. Yes, there was.
I don't have anything in mind. Go ahead.
No, I know you don't. But like the question, it's there's many moments. So 2018 is the year like me and Fergus remember together because we went through it together and we weren't qualified till the last second. He took like a 36-hour journey to Colombia to get his points. Because there was no cap on the amount of points you could get in 2018, which made it extra stressful. Because it wasn't like, oh, I got my master points, no need to travel to the masters. No, you need to go everywhere all the time. It was the Tekken Money Tour back then.
And so you traveled a lot in 2018 too, no?
Yeah. I think in Tekken 7, like me, Junding, and Fergus are probably the 3 players that traveled the most for the game.
In the earlier seasons, I'd say.
In the whole game, I think us 3 are like the people who've traveled the most. Yeah, in Tekken 7.
And you're
but
still
like
keeping
2018, I didn't go to Colombia in 2018, but like I went everywhere else. And the problem is the point system really rewarded excellence over consistency. which is a way to do it, but that's not how it's sold to you as a lot of the time, right? So so basically, I would get top 8s everywhere, but in terms of points, top 8 is jack shit.
Yeah,
right?
you want that first.
Yeah, you need to get like top 4 to actually go to the event and think, okay, this made a difference. And I kept getting top 8s, but it wasn't
enough.
It wasn't enough. And I remember going to Evo, and I was like, Evo, I don't really care because it's Evo. I'm not gonna win either way, right? And I lost to some random king player. I think it's called Duke of Wu-Tang.
Bro, you lose to random kings all the time, and
I know, but like this was the start of me losing to random kings. But yeah, shout out to Duke of Wu-Tang, man. And it was like it was really hard for me because like I was trying to go to Evo thinking this is my holiday tournament. I'm here because it's Evo, but I can chill. And I remember I took that loss really hard because it was like I did really bad, and I'm on the edge of the leaderboard, and I can't break through. And it was the whole year was so stressful because like 2017 went by pretty quick because like the game came out in June. I only started competing in September, and then like January was finals, right? So there was only like 3 months, and I won straight away, so there was no stress.
Yeah, that was the San Francisco one, right?
Yeah, and then I move on to 2018 where I'm like, okay, I qualified once, I'll qualify again. I mean, I wasn't like I'll qualify again, but I was like, I'll do my best. I should be fine. I'm doing well. And I was just getting top 8s and top 8s and top 8s. And it's just, I'm not moving along. Like I won some things, but like everyone else was winning things on the leaderboard. And I didn't qualify until the second to last tournament. I did a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter to go to Canada last minute. I was like, in 3 weeks, I need to go to Canada. If I don't win Berlin, I need to go to Canada. Please, I just put this out as a final cry for help. And like I went to bed. I put it at midnight. I went to bed. I woke up. I had to go.
Damn.
And I was like, I didn't even know what to say because I didn't. I thought I would have to really push it. I didn't really expect to get it. And I was like, I mean, this is like I'm trying this is the only thing I can try, right?
Yeah.
In 20, like I probably got the goal in like 2 hours, but I went straight to bed.
So
I think I got the goal really quick.
Was that Electric Clash in Canada and you went to?
Probably. No, I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't?
Because I won Berlin.
Oh, you won Berlin. So you just got the money to go to Canada.
No, but here's the thing. There was so many upsets in Berlin, and Dimebag was the one really next to me in the leaderboard, and Dimebag lost in pools.
That was the year
every
got
top player
21st.
lost in pools. It was so bad for everyone, and I'm just cruising through, and I won the tournament, and it wasn't even that hard to be honest, right? Because there were so many upsets. I didn't fight the best players.
That's the dream.
And I won. And that gave me enough points to qualify at 18th, I think. So comfortably enough.
Yeah.
And I refunded everyone. Here's the thing.
Wow.
I've heard stories about players in esports, even in the Tekken community, saying who got funding to go to events, don't go, and then they keep the money. Not me. I refunded everyone.
Damn, very honorable. I didn't know that. That's very
I'm
nice.
just saying. You got the option. It's there.
No, SuperAkouma definitely.
Calling out people for free. That's what I do. Every interview, I call someone out accidentally. But yeah, so yeah, I refunded everyone, but it was super stressful.
I'd say so. So that was the process of qualifying. But 2018 was kind of the hectic one, like you said.
Yeah.
Dimebag. I remember Dimebag got 21st in that year. Or no, he got 20th, but it was the 20th spot went to LCQ player or something like that. Yeah.
19 players qualified.
Yeah, and then Gerlanda qualified in Amsterdam.
Yeah, he made double cry. And then Katarina got the brunt of it. You do not hurt the Japanese. This is a Japanese game.
Oh yeah, wow. So many memories.
Remember, Harada saw doubles tears and then nerfed Katarina to the ground.
Well, then he got like 4th place in the last Tekken 17. Anyway,
listen, the Gerlanda's the GOAT. Man.
Yeah,
that's he is.
So yeah, you've qualified with TCLBT. There's been many other events that you've been to and you played in. What are your favorite tournaments to go to? So if you had to choose, what is your favorite tournament in Europe that happens?
Favorite tournament in Europe. I think Golden Letters is nice. I can't go this year, unfortunately.
Right.
Like I like it, it's like it's a different format. The venue's always chill. Like it's not a huge event, but it's always super hype. Always top talent there. The roles make it super fun. The production's great.
And it's less stressful,
So-
right, than the other tournaments. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have the pressure of the world tour behind
exactly.
you. So Golden Letters is definitely up there. Head Stomper, shout outs. I hope it comes back one day. It was a tournament that had a free ice cream machine.
Yes.
Like-
And tea and coffee and popcorn.
Yeah, you're not beating that.
And the venue is super easy to get to.
The venue was really good.
And
yeah.
the hotel was
the-
really good, yeah.
and free ice cream.
Yeah, I do recommend. I've only been once, but it was one of my favorite, probably my favorite tournament experience ever. I do hope it comes back next year. Headstopper
hope
happens
so,
in
yeah.
Malmo in Sweden. But and then when it comes to American majors or tournaments, which one is your favorite? Do you think? Do you know?
So there's the big three, right?
Mm.
Combo Breaker, CEO, Evo. Evo, like the finals are great, but the tournament itself, it's too big, right? It's kind of too big.
Mm.
It doesn't feel very. It doesn't really have much of a vibe to it.
Right. I hear stories where like, oh, you don't even see some people throughout the whole weekend because it's so
Yeah,
big. Yeah.
exactly. And Vegas is too expensive. I love Vegas. I like gambling, right? But it's too expensive. So it's not going to be Evo despite the announcements and everything. But it's always a fun time. Combo Breaker is great, but I always do really bad at it. I did okay, I think, this year, but I always do bad. I like the whole theme and the vibe of it, but I think I got to give it to CEO. For me, it's CEO. It's slightly smaller, but it's got like the wrestling theme to it. It's got the ring. I like there's more production for the top 8.
Yes.
In terms of like because there's like the ring and the entrances.
You got to pick your
So-
music as well.
Yeah, you don't. Every year there's more restrictions.
Yeah, yeah. It used to be just video game music. Now it's
Yeah,
only fighting game music or something.
and yeah, that was the thing for last year,
Yeah.
or not last year. The year I made top 8. I can't remember when it was.
Just fighting
But
game
this year it was just Tekken.
Yeah.
This year it wasn't even fighting. It was just Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and next year they're
I
picking the
think-
song for you, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because when you look at the old ones on the VODs or whatever, it's always muted because they can't really play Snake Eater or whatever on the VODs.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
so for me it's CEO because I like the whole wrestling.
right, cool. I've been to CEO with you actually. It was a very fun time.
Yeah.
You got to play versus Joker there. You got a famous pop off where you jump off the
Don't
chair.
remind me. Remind me of the pop off. Don't remind me I played against Joker.
the amazing pop off and the Super
Yeah.
Akuma entrance. The Akuma music.
It was sick. It was sick.
It was fun. It was. I think CEO is going to a different venue. It's going back to Orlando. Isn't
Yeah,
it? So
back to Orlando, which is
don't-
great because like Daytona is
it was an
let's just say
experience.
I have a decent time in Daytona, but a lot of my friends don't.
Our friends, even I was not as much
Yeah,
as our
yeah.
friends.
Bro, Ulsan and CBM got bottles thrown at them.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
remember this.
Yeah, Daytona's a special place.
And all the shops there. Oh my gosh, $20 is $20, and so
Who the fuck is Brandon?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting event. What year was it? Was it 2021 or 2022? I think I went down with you and the other guys.
2022.
2022. Yeah, it was a good year. But yeah, so you'd say CEO is your favorite American tournament. You've been to a bunch. You were at the big three, like you said, and there's a bunch of other small ones around as well.
I've only been to the big three, the San Francisco finals, the New Orleans finals, and DreamHack Dallas. I don't think
Okay.
I've done another American, apart from like Dojo,
Yeah.
while I was at one of the bigger ones. I don't think I've done anything.
And
Like I haven't been to New York yet, which I would like to go to.
same.
Because I'm gonna be real, I don't like going to America. I'm just say it outright, I don't like going to America. But the one place that's supposed to be completely different from the rest is New York, so I got to try that.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully one day.
Yeah.
So apart from TWT, you did play last year in Gamers 8, and that was in Saudi Arabia. So let's move
That was great,
away from TWT a bit. You did very well there, top 8, fifth place or
Yeah, fifth place.
yeah, with your teammates.
Yes. carried by Judd. That was the plan, and it worked.
How was that like for you? So that, like, we were talking about being a TWT finalist is the VIP treatment. I feel like this would be the VIP
That's
plus
the-
treatment, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, 5-star hotel with buffet. They give you a room to practice in.
right.
Like I think for Tekken finals, you have like a open room that everyone can join, and like barely anyone goes.
Right.
But like we had individual practice rooms for our teams. You have to share, actually not individual. You have to share it with one other team. And France shared the room with Korea.
Oh,
We were
wow.
practicing with Ni, Ulsan, and Chanel.
Chanel.
So that was good practice before the event, you know.
But that was would you say that was the biggest tournament you've ever been to or played in?
It's the biggest in terms of production, for sure. It's my biggest prize pool ever as well. Not by that much, actually, but still my biggest prize pool.
Right, nice.
And
like you said, it is like super VIP treatment.
yeah,
That
they
is
take
actually-
really good care
They
of
take
you.
really good care of you. Yes.
But the thing is, I didn't get to really see a lot of Saudi Arabia while I was there, because you're pretty busy. There's a lot of media you have to do.
Yes.
Just kind of stay in the hotel and hang out with everyone.
Nice, nice. That's brilliant. So that was Gamers 8 that happened last year in Saudi Arabia, where SuperAkouma was the captain of Team France and got
Yes.
5th place, and big part of that.
Controversial Team France. I think a lot of countries had issues with their players.
I think it's getting better every year. With the EWC was run really well this year.
I mean, now there's no teams, so there's no
There's no
drama.
teams.
Because it's always,
Yeah.
I think there was drama in Korea, there was drama in Germany, drama in France.
Pakistan.
I think there was even drama in the UK.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you have to pick the teams and they don't pick means that there's always the burden of, oh, why didn't you bring me to the $1 million tournament? And there's always people complaining.
Just bring your friends, bring your little bros or something.
Yeah, that's not what I did, bro. I just looked at the results.
Which should be the way. So yeah, you played in Gamers 8 last year, did very well. Now moving on to EWC this year, you got 13th place in the LCQ, right? So that was very recently, actually, only like a few months ago. 2 months ago.
Yeah. Wasn't it last month?
You might have. It's
I think
September
it's just
now.
last month.
Yeah, it was last month. Yes. So how was
Yeah.
that? Was it? Did you get the same sort of vibes as Gamers 8 when you were there, or was that sort of like a smaller scale?
The thing is, they built an entire mini city around the venue. Like, it's very surreal the amount of money they spent
Yeah.
on it. You don't get the VIP treatment, right?
Because you're not qualified.
But
well,
the
if you
venue's
do
very,
get qualified, you do get it. So.
yeah, but the venue's very nice. There's good staff to help you if you do need anything. They did provide free food, which I didn't take because it was like,
even for the
nicer
LCQ?
food. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like it was like overall it was a good tournament that was run quite well. But you definitely don't get the VIP vibes. No.
Okay, for sure.
But it was sick. Really good tournament.
Damn, very interesting. So yeah, that was this year. So you've been around quite a bit this year, actually. So like we just said, the EWC, LCQ, you were at Evo Japan
I had to
earlier this year.
I had to kind of stop competing. Like I've been going way too hard on tournaments, going like to 2 or 3 tournaments every month for the past like 3 years. And this year, unfortunately, I got some family members that got sick, and I decided it's better if I stay home so that if they need me, I'm around. Like, to be fair, I wasn't doing that well. I wasn't doing that bad, as we discussed off stream earlier. But I was definitely doing less good than I was, right? New game, transition. And listen, I'll say it for the record, I'm only really losing to people that beat me when I had Akuma. That way it's said, right? In 4 majors, I won to the guy that won the major.
Yeah. Damn.
So, and I've beaten enough top players that I know my worth in this game. I stopped for family reasons. I am hesitant to go back to 3 tournaments a month because, like I was saying earlier, it is insanely stressful to travel that much for Tekken. Right? It is, and like Fear of Silence made a post recently. Just got back from Bolivia, and he's like, "I can't do this anymore. It's too much stress."
He's going to Mexico next week.
But yeah, he said because he can't get a refund on it. But
it is stressful for sure.
Like, it sounds like a dream, and it is a dream to be a professional Tekken player. Like but it's hard, and I don't know if I can really go back to that. Like I want to, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm in a comfortable spot where my sponsors understand my position. I still have all of the, I guess, all of the clout I accumulated during 7, and that still helps me be valuable to a sponsor. Like, if I just go to events regularly without necessarily trying to qualify for the finals, it might be viable.
Yeah.
Right? I think if I do that, it's good enough. Do I want to take it chill and just go to events I want to go to? Like, I've been going to one event a month right now, right? I think one event a month it's not that stressful. I can do that. But if I want to qualify, I can't do that.
Right.
And next year, I'm gonna have to make that choice. Do I want to go back to competing fully, or do I stay home and just do my best at events, show that I'm still around, I'm still kicking, but without necessarily trying to be the world champion?
Right. That's decisions to make for you. You're at a crossroads, I suppose.
Do I want to force more content? Because I know I'm a pretty lazy person, so content is hard. Because the thing is, I'm in the position right now where I get paid to be a pro player. I don't get paid because of my content. Obviously, I make money from it, but I don't make that much. And if I don't make content, I'm still getting paid, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to get motivated to do stuff when you get a paycheck at the end either way. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I want to do more content, but if I don't, who cares? Right?
Right.
And the thing is, I want to do more, but want and actually doing, the step in between. Like, I've been not really forcing myself, but I've been pushing myself to stream more. I wouldn't say forcing myself, because I do want to stream, but
you enjoy streaming. I know you like, especially when
Yeah.
people come into the chat. It's just Tekken 8 ranked is
yeah,
draining.
It's Tekken. It's
very
very draining.
draining.
But I mean, that hasn't even been the issue. It's really just a case of the difference between streaming 2 to 3 times a week, like I've been doing, to I'm a streamer. I stream every day. It's a different kind. Like, the work ethic isn't really there for me, and I would need to get that sorted. If I want to be a content creator, I can't keep doing what I'm doing now. I need to actually make content.
Gotta get on that VDX grind.
Yeah, because the thing is, being a pro player, I just call up people. I either I book my own ticket and they pay me back, but like, I have to go there. I don't think, oh, do I want to go there? Do I want to stream? Do I feel like making a video? No, there's a tournament, you go to the tournament. There's no debate, there's no if, hands, or buts. You just do the thing. And the fact that you don't have to think, do I want this? But the fact that you have to do it is different. Because when I have to do something, I do it.
Yeah.
But when it's optional,
it's no thanks. GG's. I'd rather stay in bed.
It's hard to do shit that's optional for me. Like, I could just be doing anything. I'm good at entertaining myself.
Yeah, no. I know you were just saying off stream how many gacha games and stuff you liked it.
Yeah, Dokkan's been draining me. Please, September, guys.
Yeah, so maybe we can go a bit away from Tekken there, or FGC in general. Like, what do you do outside of the FGC? Are there any hobbies you like, or things you like to watch, places you like to go?
So hobbies, I mean, I like board games, card games, stuff like that. I feel like I play a lot less video games than I think I do.
Right, yeah.
Right? But like, I just turn on like Hearthstone Battlegrounds and just waste hours and hours and hours.
Time sink.
Yeah, just time sink games. Like, I feel like I used to play RPGs. I don't know what happened, man.
No, you don't play single player games anymore, or?
The thing is, Tekken takes up most of my brain power. Like I'm always thinking about Tekken.
Yeah.
So like, it's hard for me to get invested and lost in a world when I know, no, I gotta play Tekken anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I have to leave the game. I can't stay fully immersed unless something really grabs me. Like, remember when I played Hades, the first one?
Yes.
Hades. Yeah, the 2 came out recently and it's really good. Like, when the first one came out, I think I picked it up during COVID. So I didn't have that many tournaments. And I played like 10, 12 hours a day. So I was really hooked on the actual world of it, right? But not a lot of games can grab me like that, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, makes sense.
I
It's
want to
tough,
play
I
more
think,
games, but
for Tekken players. There's always a huge backlog because there's like that
yeah.
the voice in the back of your head saying, "Why aren't you playing Tekken?" when you're playing other
So
games.
what I want to play is what I tend to play are games where I can just hop in, hop off. Right?
Yes, like
I can play
Dokkan, like you said.
for as much as I want, and there's no real. I'm not leaving anything behind.
Right. Back to Tekken then. Do you have
Actually,
many more?
I got another answer for you because you said
yes.
where do I like to go?
Oh yes.
I'm a weeb. I like going to Japan.
You're going 3 times this year.
This year I would have gone 3 times. I was supposed to go to Evo Japan with my girl, but she couldn't get the right days off, and she really wanted to go. So I said, you know what? I don't care. We'll go. We'll go, and then I'll go back to Evo Japan.
Without her.
Like I'll just go again. And now finals was announced in Japan, which I was expecting, and I'm going back to Japan. Shibuya, because it's my favorite place. I've after all the travels I've done, Japan is my favorite place. My dream when I was a kid was to go to Japan. And then I went to Japan, and my dream was to go back. And then I went back. Now I've got other dreams, but I still want to go back.
Special SuperAkouma lore right here. His favorite food is basically ramen, right? Like you're like a ramen monster, and you're like his favorite food is pizza or something.
Yeah, there's finally a good there was like a decent ramen spot that opened last year, and it was like it's okay, but it's
where
it's
Marseille
not
or
the
Tokyo
same.
or
In Marseille.
Marseille, okay.
And recently, like a month ago or two, an actual real delicious ramen spot opened.
Okay.
But you gotta book that shit ahead of time.
Okay.
Because like everyone wants to go, and it's so good. I went there recently. It's so good. I'm so happy.
Wasn't there? Wow, I remember seeing a picture of some place in America that was called like Akuma Ramen or something.
Yeah, that's in California, I think. But I haven't been there.
Oh, you haven't been
If
there?
I go to California, I'll go there. I don't care if it's good or bad. I have to go.
I'm sure they'd give you it for free or something. But
I'll show them who I am, and I'll give it a go.
Yeah, so moving back to Tekken then, let's go on to a bit more topical stuff. What's going on right now? So this weekend you have UFA coming up. Do you have many other tournaments ahead of that planned, or are you just chilling for the rest of the year?
I think I will go to a couple EU Cup Masters. I will either go to the National Championship in Amsterdam or to Poland and see how it goes from there.
Right.
I'm taking it one step at a time. I said I'm trying to do one a month. And the thing is, I don't really know the format of the EU Cup.
Right. Yes.
I don't know how many masters you can do. I don't know if you should focus on dojos, and I don't know of any dojos happening anyway. So I'm not too sure.
And
yeah, then there will be finals.
Yeah,
so at least
Japan.
Before finals, which is December, I will probably do at least one in October and one in November.
Right. But there's a couple more TWT events coming up. So there's Clash of the Olympians. I don't know if you're going to
I ain't going.
Tiger Uppercut as
I'm
well.
I'm forcing myself to stay on one a month. Like I said, the reason I'm not competing is family reasons, right? So even though I want to go and it's events I've been to every other year, like for example, even like I said, one of my favorite events is Golden Letters, and I'm not going.
Yeah.
Because I have to stay home, right?
Yeah.
Like the thing is, I don't have to, in the sense I'm not taking care of the person, of my dad, but at the same time, I want to be around if I need to be around, right?
But yeah, so trying to sort of cutting back from tournaments then for the rest of the year or for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, at least for this year.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? So yeah, so more topical Tekken scene stuff. There's been a lot of new players coming up. Even like you said, Jod carrying in the Gamers 8. He only just sort of started playing in like season 3 or something of Tekken 7.
Yeah.
Are there any players right now that you have your eye on that you think this player is gonna blow up or become the next biggest player?
Nah.
Not even in France, but like
I haven't really been following.
Okay, fair enough.
The thing is, right now, I feel like there's like a new level of top player that's arrived. Like they were top players before, but I feel like it was a lot closer between the very top and just below. But I feel like there's definitely a gap between a player like Arslan or Rangchu to the next step of top player.
Okay.
Right?
You think there's
And
certain
breaking into
level.
that seems very difficult. And I don't know, like, even though I see a bunch of great players, like I see Dombly still doing well, and he's now got a sponsor, and he's got a French sponsor actually. And I'm really happy for him. But to break into that like Rangchu level, it's just like, can he do it? I hope so. And I wish him the best, but that seems very difficult, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't see anyone where I'm like, that guy is definitely getting there.
Okay,
right?
I see.
I see a lot of potential. I see players that are doing better now than they were before. For example, Oracle from
99.
Spain, right?
Yeah.
Like, he was doing okay before, but in Tekken 8, I feel like he's doing quite well. It's like good for him, you know.
Yeah, really close to qualify for EWC at the mix-up actually.
Yeah, he did quite well at other tournaments as well. So it's like, it's nice to see people rise up, but I can't see anyone doing what Judd did.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Joker was already there, so he didn't break into anything. Like, Joker being at the top level, he was there before, right? Judd was like always like scratching the top in Tekken 7 and now Tekken 8 came out and Nina got buffed, and that suddenly he's amazing, right? And he's winning everything.
Happy for him though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so
because he's like, I was telling you this off stream, like Judd is putting in so much work. Like, he really is trying to be the best, and I'm just not doing that. Like, that's too much work. The work he's doing, I couldn't do. I could not do that anymore. I did it. Like I said, I was playing 60 hours a week back in the day. I can't do that anymore.
No, it's a young man's game.
Yeah. I'm cooked. He's the guy, man.
So yeah, so let's just circle back around to Tekken 8. Just came out this year. What are your thoughts on it right now? Are you enjoying it? Do you?
I got an extremely controversial opinion, as you know. I enjoy the game. I know, right? Crazy stuff.
That's ridiculous. No. Be honest.
I know, right? Yeah, so I really like Tekken 8. So the thing is, I feel like it's a harder game. Some people say it's too mashy, it's too scrubby. The thing is, it's weird because at the top level, a lot of people enjoy the game more. No, there's some people at the top level that don't, right? But at the top level, it seems people like the game more. At the lower levels, people like the game more, but it's the intermediate level where people like really hate on it. Like in Tekken 7, the people that were like all right at Tekken 7 absolutely despise Tekken 8. But like, I was like, you weren't really that good before. Like, you said, now it's just a game for mashers and I'm struggling, and like, but you were like not good before. What do you mean? Bad before, bad now. Like, this was the difference.
A lot of calling out on this one.
Yeah. Shout outs to Just. Like, every stream is like, this is a game for mashers, and I'm just like, yeah, you can't spend the entire game backdashing anymore. You actually have to play with your opponent. I know, crazy stuff.
So you do like Tekken 8, that you think
like,
is controversial.
There's some balancing problems I have with the game, and I think online is an abomination and should be against the Geneva Convention, right? Like, I despise it.
Used as a torture device or something.
Yeah, exactly. But when it comes to just playing the game offline, when the game runs as it should, because some people tell me, but if it's only good offline, it's not good. I'm like, no, online doesn't work correctly. But that's not the game, right? And if you can only go online, that is the game for you, and I understand. But it doesn't have to be. Go to your locals. There's locals everywhere around the world. Some people just aren't aware, right? There's places that are empty, sure. But like, if you play this game offline and you see it for what it is is flawed for sure, but it's really good.
It is.
It's just that you now have to interact with your opponent, which is something that people aren't used to.
It's a mash fest, as you say.
Yeah, because the thing is, in Tekken 7, the game was amazing, but only 15 seconds per round were amazing. You spend 45 seconds running, and the last 15 seconds, when you realize you can't run anymore, and people start playing, it was really good. And it was. I love Tekken 7 as well. But in Tekken 8, since they don't have the safe keep out that was in Tekken 7, they can't really keep you out without taking a risk. So if you're getting hit by King's back 1-2, remember that in Tekken 7 you would have got hit by King's back 1. You didn't have to do the 2, and it was already a launch, right? Now you have to take risks, and people don't like taking risks. Like Tekken 7 was all about how safe can you play. Tekken 8, you can't be as safe unless you play Nina. Right?
Sounds like someone's a bit biased here.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, so you say you like Tekken 8, you like where it's going, or there are some balance changes, but overall you enjoy the game, especially offline when it works as intended. It is an amazing game, and I agree. What are your plans? We already touched on this on the future where you want to cut it back when we one tournament a month, but in terms of long-term plans, like, do you see yourself getting back to competing, or do you think I've already done all that, I don't need to go through all that again? Or do you want to focus on content, like you said?
The thing is, I don't really know how much, because like I said, I could do content, but I feel like I'm not really built for it. But if that becomes the only viable option for me, I'll figure that shit out. Right? Because I know how to do content. I've got ideas. I know how to do stuff, but it's just a question of actually finding the motivation to do it.
Right.
But in the future, like I'm definitely here to stay. I'm not quitting the scene. Like the thing is, like you said, I don't need to keep competing. Like I don't feel like I need to do that. But at the same time, it's, do I want to do that?
Right.
Because I am very happy with the career I've had. Like Tekken 7 for me, and like I said, I was doing well in Tag 2 and everything. So like I've been doing this for a long time. And my plan was never to win Evo. That's what I tell people. My plan was never to win Evo.
Right.
Like what I want to do is be able to prosper and live through my passion, which is Tekken. Right? That's my plan. I just want to be able to make a living doing what I love, which is playing Tekken or talking about Tekken or being around Tekken. Right? That's my goal. My end goal is just be able to stay here the longest.
Yes.
That's what I want.
And
I don't need, and the thing is, I don't need to win Evo to do that. Winning Evo would help me do that, but it is not required, right? And
you
that's
qualified for top 8 Evo winner side.
I did, yeah.
Just thinking about this now, where you must be the only European to ever have done that, right?
I
am,
Europe
to have done that. Damn,
that's me. Historical. I think there's a few that got ninth. But no one. Even in previous games, I think the highest was 9th. I think I'm the only European to get a top 8. I remember Genius got 9th, like Tekken 5 or something.
Yeah. I know Richie got really close to one time as well.
And then like being in the arena was surreal, genuinely. Like it's not the same as any other crowd. Being in the actual arena is just it's different. Even being on stage at Gamers 8 doesn't compare to being in the Mandalay Bay Arena.
Yeah. Which
that's not where Evo's taking place anymore.
No, it's moved now.
Go. Now it's not as good. But yeah, like being on that stage, as much as there's a part of me that wants to do it again, right? Of course. But I just accept that I had my time, and I look back fondly on those memories. But I can just chill.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it again. I'm not I'm not itching to get back there. I can just be happy that I'm the guy that did that.
For sure. Multiple TWT finalists, one EU Cup, top 8 Evo winner side. You've done it all already. Gamers 8 top 5. Sorry? Yeah, Gamers 8. There's because CEO, Evo. We can just look behind me. I've had a good time. But yeah, that we've basically touched on your past, present, and future in Tekken. Your thoughts on Tekken 8, the thoughts on the scenes. Is there anything before we end this you want to say to anyone at home, or I want people to know about you?
I mean, there's not much you need to know about me apart. I think we've been over all of it, but I'll just reiterate what I said on Twitter yesterday. If you have such a problem with the game, stop playing it. You don't have to go through it if you don't like it. No one's making you play. There is no sunk cost. That's what people don't understand. There's no. If you leave now, you will have lost nothing. You are not making a living from this game. Like the people like that are complaining in that way are not the people making a living, and they never have been. If you move on, you will lose nothing. The people you are friends with who play the game will play different game with you. They'll still be your friends. You can still talk to them. There is nothing tying you down. If you truly despise the game, just do something else with your time. You do not have to play.
Go out words from it.
Like it's okay to have criticism. You should voice your concerns about the game.
T8 report.
Like I'm not saying just consume and shut up. But like if you're saying it's genuinely just a bad game, then don't play. That's my message. But if you like the game, if you are enjoying it, but feel like you would enjoy it more, if for example you want to talk about like Dragunov being in the game, right? Or Yoshi, and you say I like the game, but when I play against those characters I don't have fun, that's fine. But if you genuinely just think it's a mashy scrub fest, Heat is dumb, real Tekken died in Tekken 5, right? Then play Tekken 5 and shut the fuck up.
Okay. I think that applies
that's
to a lot of
my
people who are
message.
complaining.
Like no one is making you play. Play if you enjoy it. I enjoy it. That's why I play. It's
true.
a game. It's supposed to be fun. And fun is subjective. If you don't have fun, don't play.
You seem very
Yes.
opinionated on these complainers.
Yes. It's just because the thing is, I don't understand the thought process. When I don't like something, I just don't do it.
I think
It
people
seems
just
like
to
common
complain.
sense.
People will complain about anything, to be honest.
Like I get that, but it's just weird.
Right. I think that's gonna be it anyway. Like we said, we were just talking about people SuperAkouma saying stuff on Twitter. Follow his Twitter. I'll leave all the links in the description. He has a Metafy as well. You can sign up for his coaching.
Banger tweets every day, don't worry.
Pay for his Dokkan addiction and
It's getting worse.
His Twitch stream. All those links will be in the description. Thanks very much for SuperAkouma for joining today. It's been a long one. And if anyone has recommendations on who to get on next or questions, let me know. But yeah, thanks very much, SuperAkouma. Have a good night.
No problem. Bye-bye.